Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the Power Rangers Dino Charge Zord armor things. That's very professional. That's how I'm going to start this. I'm not even going to reshoot it. But these are the, well, Zord armors. They're kind of like these little mini mechas we've been doing, I think, since Super Megaforce. I don't know if we had it for Megaforce, but they're like these little mechas that come with a kind of bike-ish figure that can ride in them, and they can transform into different things, and they work on Zord Builder, so they are compatible with the Zords, anything else Zord Builder. Red's is actually called the Dino Charge Zord armor, and Black's is Mega Dino. I think they should just call it the Dino Safety Zord. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'll start with Red because I said so. So they both come with essentially what is the bike figures, which this year are actually 5-ish inch scale, which are a lot nicer than the previous. Well, I don't want to say a lot nicer, but they're nicer than the previous bike figures. They're still bare bones. They make them different here by making them translucent, so you can see pretty much primarily translucent red. You got the silver paint here and a little bit around his head, but that's about it. I still think that they have miles to go before being a lot better, but they're still an improvement, and they actually do have more articulation. You can go 360 around, you can bend the Roxy like a Puma pose, do Thriller, I don't know what you're into, whatever you want. Back and forth with the legs, bending. So you do have a bit more articulation, even just being able to twist the hands around so they're not like this all the time would be great. Then, like I said, a step up, it's like this is where they were, this is where they are now. That's where I like them to be. So they're still just kind of only okay, but at least they're better than the other ones that were just essentially like one piece of colored plastic with a head that might have a visor on it. So I'm just going to kind of move these guys out of the way. They're primarily the same thing, so I'm going to focus on them one at a time. So they have 3 different modes. This is its main sort of well, 4 I guess if you count putting the dude in there. But this is his main little mecha mode. It's a pretty okay design. I like a lot about it. I like its Tyrannosaurus shoulder pads. I wish they were a little more painted, like maybe had an eye or some more details. Right now they're pretty basic. I do like the helmet sculpt as well. I think it looks pretty cool. When you combine it with the Megazord, it can plop off and take the places of the normal helmet, which I think is neat. Everything else is pretty basic, just kind of gray and black and this weird pea soup vomit color. It's strange because I really wanted to like these a lot, and I do like them a bit, but not as much as I thought I was going to. Like, I like the whole dinosaur aesthetic of everything, which makes me like a lot of this line. And like I said, I like the helmet, I like these. I think overall it's got a pretty neat setup for a design. I just think some of the color choices are weird. I'm definitely going to talk about it with this one, but this weird pea soup color doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it's about. I almost would have rather it just been gray. It still would look kind of basic. I don't know. I just think that if they tightened up the colors on this a little bit to not look so random, and maybe had a smidge more paint details, it could be pretty damn awesome. It just kind of bothers me right now. And you can put the guy in here. You just lift up this flap here. This reminds me of the movie Star Kid. If anybody's seen that, then you're cool. That was actually, I mean, it's not like a great movie, but it was actually pretty cool. It reminded me a lot of Power Rangers when I was little. The concept was just cool. So you can kind of put him in there, and you can ride inside. What was the guy's name from Star Kid? I don't know. Factual something. I don't know. I'm just doing Star Kid references, and no one's listening to me. I need to lie down for 45 minutes. No, a full hour. So he can ride in there, and you got these little handles here for him to hold on to, which I get why they did it. I actually kind of wish they didn't. Just because I don't like the way the handles look when he's not, when he doesn't have a guy in there. It's just kind of stupid. And when he doesn't hold the handles, it looks like he's got tiny little T-Rex arms. But so yeah, there's that, that whole bit going on there. Go away for a minute. And then, you know, articulation-wise, there's not much. I mean, you can move his arms in and out. You can move his legs a little bit. And this is all Zord Builder. So the big thing about this guy is you can transform into a dinosaur. So essentially separate this piece and then just bend this guy right over. We're just going to kind of leave it there bent over for a second. And then just snap these together so that they become a T-Rex head, and this sort of becomes like a mini tail, I guess you could say. It's not going to be the tail, but it sort of becomes that. Take this piece, fold it back, and then there's 2 little pegs under here, or little holes rather, and there's pegs here, and you're just going to kind of correspond them up. And then bend him down so it looks like a T-Rex, and that's his T-Rex mode. Now, the transformation is simple, and I respect what they were going for, but I think this looks kind of dumb. I mean, I think these do it for me. I don't know why. I really wish I got rid of the handles. But yet again, I think if they had gone with some different color choices and a smidge more paint, this could be really awesome. I never really asked for it to be a complicated Grimlock level transformer or anything. But the transformation, I think, does the job. It's simple enough and it still looks like a T-Rex. But if they had just not made this vomit color and given him eyes and like just a smidge more paint, just enough, this could be really awesome. Like it would take so little for me to really like these a lot more. Now its third mode I'm going to get it ready for and then show both of them at the end. Its third mode is combining with the Megazord. So in order to do that, you're going to essentially take pretty much the whole thing apart. Take this off here. Just take the helmet off. We can set that aside as well. This will just kind of set aside for a second. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take these pieces and these pieces and we're going to Alright, just making sure we got the right ones here. So there's a little peg here. Just snap it on like this and it'll sort of look something like that. I think I got that right. So that's the way that's done. Do the same thing here. Want to make sure that it's sticking out of the side. And it can be a little tough. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Some of these Zord Builder ports lately have been kind of tough. And the Zord Builder ports also mean you can mix and match, and so you could do, you know, your own combination of whatever you want, or you can combine it with the cycles, or do whatever you want with the Zords. Now for this, it's also pretty easy. Just take these little pegs here, or this one peg, and put it on this hole, and then slide this around, and it sort of becomes like a laser piece. So these two are going to replace the arms, and then you got the helmet over here, but I'm going to set those aside for now, and so we can go over the Black Rangers. Whoops, the camera just went blurry there for a second. Sorry about that. Okay, so the Black Ranger figure, just like Red, very, very basic, very translucent. It's like the Ghost Ranger. It's like the Danny Phantom of toys. Like, the black translucent really plays off here, or the translucent for his helmet really plays off here. Like, you can pretty much see through it. It actually is pretty cool looking, I have to say, just looking at it. And the way like the light reflects off of it's pretty neat. But otherwise, pretty much bare bones stuff, just the silver paint here, and that same articulation as Reds, like I said before. They could just do a little more work and these could be even better. So as for the robot itself, it is pretty much the identical mold to Reds, the only difference being the atrocious colors, and he has different dinosaurs. So he has the paraplegic, paraphrolorus, or whatever, parasaur, arms, or shoulders, excuse me, and as opposed to Tyrannosaurus ones. I do not like this one. I don't really have a problem with repaints. Repaints happen in toy lines all the time. It's a staple. But I don't like the fact that we got them so close together. If I recall correctly, the Super Megaforce ones, the first one came out, were one that was based on Megaforce, one Super Megaforce. Pretty much a lot of the same base mold, but at least the helmets were different and you felt like you were getting something different. If they were going to do a repaint, I would have released two that were more different together and then maybe put this one with the next wave, so you don't have two identical ones together. Plus, I mean, there could be people that are fans of this out here, but I think this color scheme is atrocious. I mean, what is this? Dinosaur the Safety Zord? Like, what is this about? Like, he's got this bright, blaring construction zone orange, and then this really weird turquoise cheap jewelry look. I don't know why they thought that went with the Black Rangers. They could have come up with a lot cooler of a color scheme for this, for sure. Yeah, I really don't like it. It bothers me. Yeah. I'll do a quick little pan of it, of Orange the Safety Zord. Just not a fan. Just like Reds, he can ride in there and, you know, buckle up for safety and tell kids not to, I don't know, do non-safe things. I don't know, don't do drugs. I don't think safety people do that. You can pop his head off, and then it can look really funny. He's like, "Rawr, safety!" So yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. Get out of there, safety man. Damn it, it's not your home. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the little not T-Rex mode again. Pull these off. Bend this guy over. Did I show in the last one you're supposed to flip this out so it's a tail? I don't remember if I did because I'm an idiot. But you're supposed to flip that out so it's a tail. Once again, combine these. Like I said, it's identical mold. It's just slightly different for a slightly different dinosaur. Why aren't you staying together? You're embarrassing me. I'm sorry I called you Orange the Safety Dinosaur or whatever I called you earlier. But I stand by it. Alright, so just plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. Dinosaur Safety Zord, stolen the slogan from Glade. So yeah, there it is. Ugly still. Now he's Dinosaur the Safety Dinosaur instead of Dinosaur the Safety Zord. Yeah, not a fan. But yeah, so, and yeah, in conclusion, and yeah. Alright, so same deal here for combining it. I'm going to go ahead and take the helmet off, set it to the side. This piece is essentially where it needs to be. Let's get these going right. Plug these in. God, they're so orange. I feel like they're Cheetos. I feel like I'm going to get Cheeto dust on my hands after handling these. Let's see, did I get them right? Close enough. There we go. And then the same deal here. This is, whoops, wrong one. Super easy. I believe it's the same side. If it's not, then whatever. But I'm just going to do it the exact same. Flip it around. Get a little blaster. So anyway, this is a lot longer review than I thought it was going to be, and I apologize. But so pull in your Dino Charge Megazord here. Any Dino Charge Megazord will do. Actually, that's probably not true. And it's very simple. I'll do reds first. Just, whoops. I already took the helmet off of him. Placed the new helmet on there. Why does the camera keep doing that? I apologize. Anyway, and then you take the arms off, and you actually have to take the whole arm off and not just this piece. When I was first getting them, like, I was an idiot and couldn't comprehend. I just pulled these off and couldn't understand why the other arms weren't going on, because, you know, this guy normally does swap arms out. So, you know, it made sense in my head that you would just take it off that way. Which way is this facing? Why am I an idiot? Alright, there we go. So there you have it. It actually makes a pretty cool looking combination. The arms sort of flow off of it quite well, except for the pea soup color, but you got like a little laser there. And it can actually kind of bend. So that's actually pretty neat looking. Isn't it the most spectacular thing ever? No, but it's still pretty neat looking. And the helmet, I think, actually looks pretty cool on it. I think you could probably get some pretty cool combinations going there. Maybe even using that helmet with a regular mode. It's kind of standing funny. But yeah, there's that. That's neat, I think. I think it looks pretty cool. Now let's do orange to make Dino Charge Safety Mode with Dino Charge Megazord with Safety Power. That's what I'm gonna call it. And where does your arm socket go, young lady? That sounded really creepy. Like way creepier than I intended. Alright, so now let me zoom out a little bit so you're not just looking at his crotch. And there's the Dino Charge Megazord with Safety Power, who is still kind of crooked. But still also looks very dumb because of how dumb the safety mode looks for me. Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of this. It's just kind of strange looking. Alright, let's get these guys back into a regular form to do a final verdict. Alright, these two knuckleheads are back in form. Before I finish my little rantings here, I just want to apologize for the random blurry camera a couple times. I didn't even catch it a couple times, and hopefully that'll be fixed. But sorry about that. Anyway, overall, I'm kind of disappointed with these. I didn't like them as much as I thought I was going to. If you're really into Zord Builder and stuff like that, I could probably recommend picking up one of them, you know, just to have that little extra spark of creativity and extra element for things. I think that it does have some cool stuff like the helmet, and you can probably do some unique stuff in it. So when it comes to that, it's always nice to have a bit of extra material. But other than that, if you really want an extra thing for Zord Builder, I say they're a pretty easy pass. I think a lot of it is that if they just did a smidge more in certain areas, they could be really cool. A little more paint, a little better color choices for the plastic, could be really neat. Honestly, I don't recommend this one at all. I think it's atrociously ugly. You might be a huge fan of orange, I don't know. So everyone has different taste. But if I had to pick one, definitely go with this one. It looks the less weird of the two. I'll take Pea Soup Vomit Blades over whatever the hell's going on here. Turquoise Safety Boy. So yeah, overall, I really don't recommend these unless you really want something extra for Zord Builder. I'm hoping that the next ones are a little bit better, because dinosaur aesthetics can be really cool. So anyway, that is about it. Until next time, make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at writersrangersrambles.com. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, it's Dawson Ryder, signing out.